Okay. Sorry, you just...
Done as in small cow.
Yeah.
Done as in finished and cow as in small cow.
Just look straight through there? Yes.
They don't stop.
Probably not. I'm very pleased to announce today that there are no new COVID cases in the community, one positive case in hotel quarantine. This is thanks to the thousands of Queenslanders who've got tested and the thousands who've accessed our community vaccination hubs. There is no doubt that our strong health recovery in this state is making our strong economic recovery possible, which is why today I am announcing our $140 million Big Plans for Small Business strategy. Small businesses in Queensland employ 1 million people, and there's nothing small about the $120 billion that small businesses inject into the Queensland economy every single year. The Big Plans for Small Business strategy will support those businesses over the next 2 years as they navigate the COVID and post-COVID economy. Earlier this year, I travelled around the state and I have spoken to literally thousands of businesses about where they're at right now and the support they need from government. And this strategy supports them in the way they asked to be supported. That includes responding to the number one issue that was raised with me by far right across the state, and that is the critical staff shortages faced by businesses. Businesses simply cannot recruit or retain staff, including staff with the right skills. And we're not just talking about tourism and agriculture, we are talking about every single industry and every single region of Queensland. It's why the announcement today includes a workforce summit, which we will hold in the coming months, where we'll get together employers, businesses, training organisations and the community to find solutions. This is very complex and it's not something that government can solve on its own. We're in a new world and we need new solutions. The strategy also includes $100 million for a business investment fund, $30 million for direct grants for small businesses, and the establishment of a permanent small business commissioner. The Palaszczuk government backed small business during COVID, and we're backing small business now. I just want to introduce David Duncar from Excel Event Equipment Hire, who's been a recipient of COVID support and his business is growing right now.
Hi everybody. We were a lucky recipient of a COVID loan during the pandemic. We were actually closed for almost 4 months where we couldn't trade as events weren't happening, and we were very lucky to have that money to actually pay expenses to keep going. Welcome any initiative that would help us recruit new staff. We're short staff immensely at the moment, and trying to recruit them is near impossible. And even when they do come on board, they take off to another job straight away. So we welcome anything that the government can do to assist us in recruiting staff. Everybody's looking for staff, so because everybody's looking for staff, there's a million jobs available, so people are just jumping on and jumping off as quickly as they like. So we're back up and running at the moment. We're nowhere near our previous levels, but we are certainly rebuilding very, very quickly. We're building the MS run, fun run this weekend and all sorts of stuff, so it's all happening, but now I have a staff shortage, so I can't supply what we normally could.
How many staff do you need?
At the moment, I could put 6 people on today.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many do you already have?
So we've currently got 14 on the book, but pre-COVID we were much, much larger than that.
Did you expect this coming after COVID?
No, not the quick ramp up that we've had.
Minister,
Sorry, is there any more questions for David before we... Could I just get your first and last name, please?
David Duncalf.
Thank you. How do we spell your last name?
Duncalfe. I'll give you a card if you like. Makes it easier.
Thank you.
Just listen to Dave there say how desperate he is for workers. It's in stark contrast to what we heard just last week. Queenslanders making up, I think it was 24% of job snobs. What would be your message to those people sitting at home today that are categorised as those job snobs?
The issue about staff shortages is quite complex, and it is very puzzling that we have, although our unemployment figures have come right down, that we still have employers crying out for new staff. That's why we need to have a workforce summit. This is a new world, and we need to understand it, and we need to have new solutions to it.
Minister, night quarter on the Sunshine Coast was shut down overnight for COVID breaches. It seems that they've gone through the CCTV and found people to be, whether it be dancing, celebrating, whatever it may be, that they've breached that social distancing. Is it, do you think, sort of hypocritical of the government to shut these guys down, considering what we saw in Towns before Origin on Wednesday night?
So this is a matter that's currently under investigation, so I won't comment in detail. However, I can say that the government has worked really hard to support small businesses, including live music venues, and our number one consideration is community safety, and that's the number one thing that we're looking at, and so we need to make sure that all businesses are complying.
But this small business owner is saying that the government's hypocritical, especially the small business minister here, that they've been shut down for breaches of social distancing. Yet we have a look at State of Origin, we have a look at sport, seems to be first on the recovery map. What about the gig economy? That's what they're asking.
Well, I think that the number one consideration for all businesses is community safety, and I can't comment on this particular case. It's currently under investigation. I don't know the details, but I can say to you that while we support small business, and today we're announcing significant support for small business, community safety is the number one consideration.
Just on small business again, we see this week this couple that have come up from Victoria. I guess Minister used this time to a stern message to people that, you know, they're not just breaking the law, but they're affecting people. They're affecting small businesses, towns that have had to shut cafes we saw on the Sunshine Coast, you know, things like that.
That's right. Look, Queenslanders have worked really hard to do the right thing, and sometimes for small businesses that's been to their detriment. But we're asking Queenslanders to do the right thing. They are doing the right thing. It is very disappointing if anyone puts community safety at risk. There are penalties in place, and we're asking people to do the right thing so that we can keep communities safe.
Sorry, you go. No, you go.
Only one new case overnight and in hotel quarantine. Should we be breathing a sigh of relief today, or are we still not out of the woods yet on the Sunshine Coast?
Look, I think I want to really congratulate everyone who has got tested, everyone who has accessed the community vaccination hubs. It's very good news about 0 new community cases today, but we have to be vigilant all the time. We can never let up. We really need people to get vaccinated. We really need people to be tested if they have any symptoms at all. If we continue to do that, then we will continue with the really strong health recovery that we're making.
Have we seen another higher number of tests done over the last 24 hours? Do you have any figures on that?
I don't have any figures on that at the moment. The community hub in Caloundra will be set up today, and I know they've already seen a very strong response in Caloundra, which is excellent.
The hubs have been very positive, haven't they?
The hubs have been amazing, and last weekend's figures, I think we projected 15,000 people would access the hubs. It ended up being around 17,000. That is fantastic, that people are just making sure they're looking after themselves and looking after others by accessing the community hubs.
It's been a number of days now without that community transmission. Is it possible that this has been contained as we got lucky this time in Queensland?
Look, it is excellent that we haven't had any positive cases, but we can never let up. We have excellent contact tracing in Queensland. Queenslanders have been so responsible about getting tested, about accessing the community vaccination hubs. But, we've seen something happen in the last week, which no one wanted to see happen. And it's a message to all of us that we have to be ever vigilant. We can never let up watching out for this.
We'll just call last question, if that's all right, guys.
Minister, just with this 140 million, that was out of the budget in 2020, that's right?
Out of the budget at the end of last year, that's right.
We've been hearing, obviously, there is an increasing debt in Queensland, obviously coming out of the pandemic. Is that 140 million, is it possible, is it doable? Do we have the money?
The money was allocated in the last budget and it is rolling out as we speak. We've had a strong response from small businesses, a strong take-up of the money that's already been made available, and that money will continue to roll out in the way small businesses have told us that they need it. But a very big issue aside from the money is these critical labour shortages. We need to respond to that. It's a new world and we need to respond to that with new solutions.
Minister, sorry, I just have one question relating to the Caroline power station that caused the outages across the state the other week. But just wondering where things are at in getting that back up and running. I understand that investigation is underway and also the turbines are still not going again.
Look, I can't comment on that in detail. You'll be better off asking the Energy Minister those questions.
All right, thanks guys. We'll wrap up the questions there, and then the Minister and David would like to take you on a brief tour of the warehouse. Sorry?
We're doing a walk around?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you need some cutaways up here?
I
or
might
just...
get you at the end, Dave.
Fine.
Right.
Yep.
Do you want some
I'll go grab a
cutaways
card.
up here?